go Bob government the emrana ubirimu kase the Bob government no die omu implement which is the income tax. And yeah, and that's a we are saying sanke ba nanke yenti imabunu income tax dia. Common can wasem. The fact that you implementing BB obi can wasem is because have na da kabre kroma ye wo mra bebia ya pass wo ye mra mo ye fanya adwuma.
But we hear the object of Emrania passing, you know. And what was the object of passing the withholding tax on betting? What was the object?
To raise revenue.
And now, would you what pass him? And be raise revenue. What was the minty?
Macho, who raise revenue? Say GRE for a raise revenue. Emrani wo Ministry of Finance, the almost na ho yenyo bibiri. The Ministry of Finance meet na ho ebo muslim ebi. No my year we know. Implementing agency ni say masa me implement here and sustain a beba. The Ministry of Finance at the time agreed. Ocean letters are already to Akwemua. Ministry of Finance agreed with them say they will now suspend. Mino say now said there is supposed to be VAT and all those things on electricity by NG. There's a lot of things.
But the point is, Emraben ye yenye sensitization na yenhunu adekunti a wose samra no yema ne ba adwuma enti ye wie ansana a stakeholder bia be ka se me yenye ne yejai
adaka bre and I make us say whether sensitization or not there are a lot of emra in our statutes that yemfa nye adwuma ebebre metumi atrans ya bobibre a kiro ropa ye ni ropa wo yemrem ye di ropa ye adwuma ya pass emra for ropa president Kofo Addo over 20 years ni Europa area juma. Say isi so onye. Isi ngofo akokot kakoka say isi Europa. Isi Europa.
Enti me nhwe o city newsroom October 6 2023 story by Fred Duhal. I say GRA generates 15 million cedis from betting tax, targets 60 million cedis by end of football season. Now, what should I say?
Sport bet, football season, sporting bet, which is the income tax. So the income tax, which is a 10% income tax. So the sporting bet, which the income tax affects, and no NI was implemented. It is the Obia Beka betting tax. Remember, yeah, and fun trust betting tax near betting tax is you do a 10% withholding tax. And then 10% income tax.
Na fa Latin fa English mami. I say story no city news kind no. I say GRA generates 15 million from betting tax. Targets 60 million by end of football season. Fred Daho by October 2023. I say Mr. Mamin kan bro kakra. Na omote bro for nkyere ase. Also the domestic tax revenue division of the Ghana Revenue Authority says it has generated 15 million cedis from the recently implemented bet tax within a month. The tax collector is optimistic that this amount will reach 60 million Ghana cedis before the football season ends. Edward Jambra, the commissioner in charge of DTRD, expressed confidence that the authority will surpass its revenue targets by the end of the year. Then there's a direct quotation to Mr. Edward, attributed to Mr. Edward Jambra. I'll say, and I quote, "We have two streams of taxes, the gross revenue tax and the withholding tax," he explained, unquote. And then there's another quotation again, unquote. I'll say, "During the first month of implementation, we averaged 20 million cedis for the GGR. As for the withholding tax, we have just started the betting season. But during the lean season, we averaged 15 million. We anticipate this to quadruple by May." So this is GRA telling us they have been collecting the withholding bit of the two streams. No, what do you make of that?
Okay, me pacho asama bicheche muno evisa wono wantiasi. There are two types of tax. Betting in our law no refers to lottery. okoye mremu said me start here me kan no. Say yemra no e kan lottery a. The lottery refers to sports betting, which is what the report talks about, because it says at the end of the sporting, the football season. So it's talking about sports betting. Now, the withholding tax, which is the 10% withholding tax on lottery, which was to be implemented by the NLA, was never implemented. Let's get that straight. Now, that question here me about GR4 obi can say the 20 million and all these things. So I know the Mr. Lakabre Fred GR4 put almost say star withholding tax no almost and no fees sports betting for the one I said that also free friends the look for. That is something you have to talk to GR.
Okay, maybe now take a crab. Me ready a brofo and I'm so now ko pukware. Na me so ko do mine and I'm saying me brofo nasi. Obi a wadna ye commissioner in charge of domestic tax revenue division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, no, or say we have two streams of taxes: the gross revenue tax and the withholding tax. Or say during the first month of implementation, we average 20 million for the gross. As for the withholding tax, we have just started the betting season, but during the lean season, we average 15 million and 15 million cities, and we anticipate this to quadruple by May. What does that commissioner mean? Chama brofuna say.
Oh, dear me can say brofun ni me actually what here.
And then chama see na mepe.
Nipa or can asem no will be the best person to tell you now.
There be on the face of it, chama brofunu commissioner in charge of domestic tax. What can chama say?
No, me pacho adakabre. Sir, in that sentence, no, one kate omaje kaprefra on withholding tax.
Mami san kanchiro bi, mami san kanchiro bi. Me see aduma for the yante brofo. I say, as for the withholding tax, we have just started the betting season, but during the lean season, we average 15 million cedis, and we anticipate this to quadruple by May. What does it mean?
Me pacho date ben as a publication by
October 2023.
Thank you. When was the law passed?
Do I even know?
Thank you. The law
Mr.
was
Chami Brafuna say.
Yeah, me, Adaka. Time why you pass in Brana in 2023. No. In October, no, he couldn't have gone through a full cycle. On the face of it, you know, Emrano was passed. You can find the date when the law was passed. But when the law was
because the story continues to tell us that the Ghana Revenue Authority has introduced a 10% withholding tax on betting with the goal of raising approximately 400 million Ghana cedis to boost our government revenue.
Alakabre, and I make a chira will say, as someone who can, no, Brofuna who can, no, or say we have started. He did not say Wakobiao or can they work in the other one? Maybe what figure for the other one? No.
Or say during the first month of implementation, we average 20 million. That is the gross. And what to us say, as for the withholding tax, we have just started the betting season, but during the lean season, we average 15 million cedis.
Adakabre me pacho. Well, what's the church that say muma with you for Intia? Also, pre.
Nessa mintia de na say and my prega.
To what say?
See me church brofunu mu ansa na wo the explanation to so. Church brofunu.
Date of when it was implemented. So based on the first part of the English, first month, October. So that means September, any year implementation. Because first month of implementation, no, when you're 20 million, so we can imply say September, Imrani by September. According to publication, you better me conclude say because it said first month in October, the publication says that October, so Imrani by September. Let's assume say Imrani by September. Asema or can it say almost 30 bosume ba kono for the income tax, you know, omenya 20 million. But withholding tax in here, omunyashi.
I'm sanka bro for the or say what just two streams, you know. When was the first stream, you know, when you're 20 million, And was say, as for the where the Wabodino say, as for the withholding tax, we have just started.
Thank you. So yeah, we're starting on.
You want to watch my main card to us now? I if we had an Latin one. Or see, we have just started, but during the lean season,
during the lean, he is giving you an estimation on what they think they will get.
I bet a projection. I bet I can't want some yes, sir.
But when it comes to companies and corporates, there is budget and there's actual. There is budgeted and there is actual. What is your budget? Your budget is this. What is your actual? From the publication now, what kind of means take you know? If we take the face of it now, or say what starting first month, when you have 20 million for the income tax, but withholding it there, after no mashak here, one cash when you be hours.
But leans is 15 million, so I don't trust when I say the GRA has introduced a 10% withholding. I don't know, use the word 10% withholding tax on betting. On what can I say?
10% withholding in what I'm trying to explain to you is that so Obi Agijiska, Nanka Wajibi for withholding now. I come on amount or for income tax, no one for withholding.
And you 15 million, what can you and no person to my duty to say, oh, project instead of actual.
Also, that be also started, but during the lean season, what the project can be.
I see 30 BMO. I see first month I see there are two streams. And now a year income no any withholding tax no. And I will say during the first month of implementation, we average 20 million for the income bit, no. But as for the withholding tax, we have just started the betting season. But during the lean season, we average 15 million cities, and we anticipate this to be quadruple by May.
Something you just you average something you just started. You think about it. If you start something in 1 month, how can you average it?
It is here, no. I told us a chapter.
I tried there as I'm here. All we know is that or cast ubechum near wechum. And not there, me make us say we yan talk our radio to meet this. The Mabuni foods the wechumwa, yinga, it do time on back or two or me bet in to be. Two court now who's that Tottenham and Chelsea be winning near two taxes. I know what can't try. And then there is a very practical action. The other day, I say you back home to one simple thing. Me and go for that you want a practical experience.
I told us it also become welcome.
Dear, all cast it's not what President Mahama promised. President Mahama promised to cancel income tax on bet. And no number Bruni Suhuno. And now, again, Dr. Baumia to promise to cancel. Dr. Baumia promised to cancel the two taxes, both the income tax and the withholding tax.
And that John Mahama to cancel or cancel their hand.
As both the withholding tax and the betting tax. But as per the budget, I know, we cancel withholding tax, the betting tax, income tax is still there.
And then, former finance minister Minanta Obekan say we did not collect a betting tax.
He was referring to the withholding tax now to force it to that. And we have not.
And I'm just saying, to force income withholding tax. I didn't have a year. I mean, Nanta, you can't betting tax. I refer to income and the withholding tax together. And so no do to me use the word betting tax per agent was
we can't say man in the heat of the moment, it didn't say over February and teach them. As my work can wait for your teacher Mama Matthias. But if at the end of the day, it's still early days. The budget was ready yesterday. They will be debated. Subcommittee. We are just pointing out to Ghanaians to say when somebody says why you have to say Ghanaians you say at the end of it, the reaction of black and white maybe or near the also obey. So all the legislation in parliament, not legislation who speak to cancel the withholding and the income. That is fine. They know what they give. It's the legislation to it. But the budget say what it is. So on the budget today, it hasn't done what they said it would. But legislation on local parliament could go to amend the both, and it is not too late for them to send legislation to amend both the income.
So I mean, Nanta.